Barbells and dumbbells. They're old-fashioned. They're basic. They're hard. But they work. All serious competitive bodybuilders and powerlifters use them as their foundation. Every single one. But so do countless housewives, harried executives, senior citizens, and just about anyone else that wants to get stronger. Remember, you have the freedom and luxury to lift to only slightly beyond your comfort level. You are not in competition with the huge monsters in the popular muscle magazines. But that doesn't mean for 1 second that you can't reap the benefits of working out with weights. There are countless theories, routines, and a seemingly endless array of advice about how to approach the activity of bodybuilding. But the message to remember is this: relax. It's not as complicated as it initially seems. Here's the deal. The basic exercises work wonders. Always have, always will. Barbell bench presses, incline dumbbell presses, and dumbbell flies are a good basic chest routine. For the back, you can't beat the combination of pull-ups and bent over barbell or dumbbell rows. If you have access to a lat pull-down machine, add lat pull-downs and seated rows. For the shoulders, overhead presses with a barbell or dumbbell along with front, side, and rear lateral dumbbell raises will do the job. For arms, barbell or dumbbell curls will work the biceps, while close grip barbell bench presses, overhead dumbbell triceps presses, and dips will blast the triceps. For legs, squats are the king. For that ripped abdominal six-pack, hanging leg raises from a chin-up bar, crunches and planks will hit all angles. This is far from a comprehensive list of weightlifting movements. But no matter how long you have been lifting, never stray too far from the basics. They're your foundation, so make your foundation strong. For the sake of brevity, we have omitted the details of the correct form for these exercises. This information is available through books, magazines, YouTube, or a personal trainer. No matter how you learn proper form, never forget that form trumps weight. If you can't perform the exercise in strict form, check your ego at the door and drop the weight. This will both speed up your gains and prevent injury. One last thing. Many women are concerned about gaining too much muscle. Is this likely? In a word, no. The overwhelming majority of women just do not possess the hormones to get huge in a muscular sense. But if you are a woman who is concerned about looking too masculine, consider this. You can always stop lifting if your muscles are growing too fast for you, or at least drop the amount of weight you are lifting and change your program. So please don't worry. You won't turn into a man. Kettlebells. Kettlebells are an ancient fitness secret from Russia that has been referred to as the AK-47 of muscle-building, fat-burning fitness. They look like small cannonballs with handles. As with weights, there are many exercises to do with kettlebells. If you give them a try, pick the ones you are comfortable with. Exercise bands. These are available at any sporting goods store, as well as many retailers. They come with instructional DVDs and are ideal for taking on the road. Body weight exercises. What we're referring to here is good old school calisthenics. They fell out of favor decades ago due to the popularity of weightlifting. But they have made a remarkable comeback. They can ramp up your strength as well as endurance. They put little stress on your joints. You can do them at home and, like exercise bands, are perfect for the road. Cardiovascular fitness. A grim fact. As we age, the cells in our lungs start to evaporate and disappear. This causes our lungs to shrink, and we lose our stamina, strength, and our ability to fight off disease and infection. We begin to show all the debilitating and insidious effects of aging. Always getting tired, getting sick more often, and staying ill longer. Not wanting to get out of the rocking chair and even having trouble concentrating, since our bodies and brains become oxygen-starved. Several decades ago, this problem was recognized, and the solution of the time was aerobics, running, jumping around, or pedaling for 45 minutes to an hour. But there were some problems with this approach. At the time, the prevailing wisdom was, the more, the merrier. Spending up to an hour on a treadmill, stationary bike, or stair-stepper was the usual and accepted way to do cardio. This was done at a slow, steady pace. And in spite of the fact that simple observation in any gym revealed many folks did hours and hours of this week after week, but didn't lose much weight, No one ever questioned the effectiveness of training this way, until recent research has shattered this antiquated notion. Let's start with some simple logic. The main benefit of aerobic exercise is to strengthen the heart and lungs. The heart is a muscle and should be trained like any other muscle. Let's take a brief look at how we train different muscles. For example, if we are training biceps, we usually do 3 to 4 sets of barbell or dumbbell curls with 60 to 80% of the maximum weight we can curl for 1 repetition. As a general guideline, we would do between 6 to 10 repetitions. What we wouldn't do is take a 1-pound dumbbell and curl it 10,000 times for a 1/2 hour. But that is precisely what slow, long-distance jogging does. Human beings did not evolve running this way. Our caveman ancestors didn't run marathons. Instead, they sprinted short distances to either get dinner or avoid being dinner. Today, this is called high-intensity interval training, HIIT. A massive benefit of HIIT is that this type of training allows you to get a great cardio workout in 10 to 20 minutes, no more. Here are some ideas for an HIIT routine. Keep in mind that these are only guidelines. Every person's conditioning is different, so some folks will need more intensity, some will need less. Once again, this will give you ideas for developing your own personal routine. Running. Begin with a slow 2-minute warm-up jog, then sprint for 30 seconds, then walk for 30 seconds. Repeat this cycle 12 times, then finish with a cool-down walk for 2 minutes. In less than 20 minutes, you're done. Stationary bike, elliptical, rowing machine, jumping rope, or stair stepper. Same as previously. Always begin with at least a 2-minute warm-up at a comfortable pace for injury prevention. Then start the explode/recovery cycles. Don't forget to take at least 2 minutes for cool-down purposes. An important point to remember is this. The recover part of the cycle does not mean coming to a complete stop. Keep moving, but at a much slower pace. HIIT workouts are done for 20 minutes at a time, 3 days a week. This adds up to only 1 hour per week. Contrast that with the hours of training spent by long-distance runners each week. Another benefit of HIIT is that your joints, muscles, and tendons will not be subjected to the constant pounding that long-distance runners suffer. Over time, this pounding adds up, causing many long-distance runners to stop running altogether. More good news. You are allowed and encouraged to set your own pace. Please don't be intimidated by the sound of high intensity. Just remember, it's all relative depending upon the shape you're in. As mentioned earlier, everyone is at a different level of conditioning. Therefore, the interval specified above times is only guidelines. For example, an Olympic-level athlete may sprint all out for 2 minutes, then walk for 10 seconds. Stay tuned for part 7 of this video series covering the conscious evolution lifestyle.